Hi, this is Kevin Dio from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about Italian passion. What does that mean? I'm all dressed up for you today. I'm wearing my Panerai watch. I'm wearing a Ducati shirt because I love Ducatis. I'm wearing Italian driving shoes, and I'm driving my Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. I'm telling you something. I've owned all kinds of crazy cars in my lifetime. Since I was 18 years old, I've been a gearhead, and that Giulia is so amazing. It is so fast. It handles so well, but what is important about it is it communicates in a way that it's indescribable. I mean, it's an emotional connection when I'm driving it that makes it so fun. That's what I like about their stuff, and that's what I love about Pathos. I have loved Pathos products for so many years. I've always loved them. You know why? I've taken so many of them apart and I look inside and I go, these guys know what they're doing and they use real parts. This is not a bullshit company. And they've always gotten these amazing reviews around the world. Pathos is considered to be the company that makes hybrids that are different and that are built better than about anybody else in the industry. They own that market. But in the United States, they always had importers that don't understand anything about circuitry and don't understand much about tubes. And I said, somebody has got to explain what this company is about. So I contacted them and I said, I want to bring Pathos to North America. And I want to be able to explain it to you people. And so if you're a dealer somewhere in the United States, and if you want to have Pathos in your store, contact us and we'll get you the hookup. And your customers are going to fall in love with the product and with you. So what's this? This is the Aurium. It is a headphone amp. It has one set of balanced inputs, 3 sets of RCA inputs, a set of balanced out, and a set of RCA out. The output jacks are fixed level, so this is not an output that is adjusted by the volume. So I want you to know that. It's a tape out. So you can plug all your sources into this, and then the tape out's going to give you a fixed level that you can run to your integrated amp or to your preamp. That's one way to do it. Or you can take the tape out from another component and then run it into this. There's a couple of different ways that you can run it. On the back panel, you also have a couple of really cool features. One of them is a gain adjustment or a trim adjustment. So what that does, it adjusts the sensitivity of the volume control. Why is that important? Headphones vary wildly in their need for power. So if it weren't for that, you could have the volume control at 9 o'clock and it would be blaring, playing so loud that you would not be able to adjust volume very easily to fine-tune the adjustment. Other headphones need so much power that you might be all the way up here. So by having this trim adjustment, you're always going to have a good range of adjustment to fine-tune volume because you got headphones on. It's right there in your ears. You need to get that volume control just right. But what else happens with headphones? Well, sometimes they're not built right, and I've seen that more than once. One speaker is not positioned just right in the can, or they're not made the way they should be made, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you end up with a channel imbalance. With other headphone amps, you don't have a way to address that. On the Pathos Aurium, you do. You have a balanced trim adjustment, so you're always going to get precise imaging and be able to get it right where you need it. This has 3.6 watts out. That means it'll drive about any headphone on the market. That is badass. And the way that they've done it, and I'm going to show you this in a second, but I got to show you something here. You talk about Italian art. And Pathos, I have to say, when it comes to design and metalwork and quality of metalwork, I don't think there's another company in the world that does a better job. Look at this. And when you touch it, I mean, it just becomes so apparent. And then when you lift the lid off, for a guy like me, that's where the magic happens. Oh my God, look at this. It's got a pair of 6922s in the preamp section. But this circuit is a little bit different than I thought because these tubes actually do dissipate more. It's not just being used in the preamp. They are married to MOSFETs in the output stage. Now the reason that they use MOSFETs is MOSFETs, they say, sound the most like tubes because you got to have a healthy output, and you're not going to get it from the 6922s alone. They're just not going to do it. But MOSFETs mimic tubes as close as they can be. And in this circuit, as I said, these are not just being used in the preamp stage. They are actually powering the headphones with the assistance of the MOSFETs. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it to you folks. I look up here under this shielded box and I go, what the hell is that? This is really cool. This is the filament supply. And they've done a really, really good job of it because it's in a little shielded can. And the reason that they put it underneath this can is because they didn't want to use AC filaments because this is a headphone amp, for God's sakes. You got to keep the noise floor low. So it's a DC filament supply, but it's separated and it's in a can to help shield it from getting into the sensitive circuitry to drop the noise floor. The volume control that they're using is a Texas Instrument PGA 2310, and I thought that was kind of slick too. I mean, that's the thing about this company. They're just so inventive. I mean, it's just really, really super bitchin'. The reason that they use that is that it has a high overload. So you can drive all kinds of crazy ass stuff into this, and it's not going to cause the circuit to distort. I applaud them for doing those things. They're not the cheapest things. Look at this. The quality control check tag on the side, it's signed by Fabio. Now, I don't think it's that Fabio, but it's another Fabio, and I love that. I have to tell you something. Oh, one more thing. The power supply. Now, you can use this with the fabulous S-Booster that we sell. I mean, S-Booster power supplies work with all kinds of headphone amps, all kinds of DACs, all kinds of cool products. But I gotta say something. This is a badass power supply. They did a good job. It could have been a lot smaller than this. And the other thing that they did was it's got a really long umbilical cord so you can keep it segregated because switching power supplies can create a little bit of noise. So you want to keep them away from the headphone amp and you're able to do that. But it's a beefy power supply and they did a great job of that. So how does it sound? It is delicate on top, but it is not at all shelved off. It has tons of air. It's got terrific bass. I'd have to call it a fairly accurate product. Well, actually, it's super accurate. It doesn't have any deficiencies. The bottom end is full and it's fast. Now, if you want to fine-tune the sound, you can do that by using any of the 6922 family or the 7-volt family, like 7DJAs, because there's tons of those available. And you can go to our website and you can see all kinds of choices for that, and you can see descriptions from other people and what they like and don't like, so that can kind of help keep things fun and interesting for you. I have to tell you something. At $1,295, this is a crowning achievement. You can just look at it and it exudes quality. Every piece on it, I mean, everything about it says this is a quality product that's made in Italy. It's not one of those cases where somebody's zooming somebody. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Look, go to our website. I've got specialists here that don't work on commission, that know everything about headphones, and they will help talk you through picking this out or whatever else you need. We have 12-month no-interest financing. We always guarantee the best price. I promise you, Upscale Audio is going to treat your system just like it's ours. Thanks. And I don't have the cover on this thing. That stupid ass.